There is no single Japanese parenting style, and not every family in Japan follows the same habits, but many homes strongly teach order, responsibility, modesty, and not burdening other people. So this topic is really about things many Japanese parents discourage children from keeping around, leaving unresolved, or spreading into shared spaces inside the home and school life. The first thing is piles of unused toys. In many homes, space is limited, and parents want children to value what they own instead of collecting too much clutter. The second is dirty outdoor shoes indoors. Shoes are usually removed at the entrance because the home is treated as a separate, clean, orderly space that should be respected. Third, muddy school gear or sports gear is not left in shared rooms because children are expected to put things where they belong instead of dumping them into family spaces. Fourth, unfinished food is not left sitting around carelessly. Waste is discouraged, and children are often taught to finish what they take or store leftovers properly. That connects to a wider anti-waste value, often tied to the idea that resources should not be used thoughtlessly because carelessness affects both the household and the wider group. Fifth, wrappers, trash, and random packaging are not left behind because cleaning up after yourself is treated as part of being considerate toward everyone else sharing the space. Sixth, homework is not supposed to remain unresolved forever. Parents may not hover in identical ways, but school duties are often treated as the child's responsibility, not endless negotiation. Seventh, borrowed school items are expected to be returned. Respect for other people's property is taught strongly, especially in group settings where trust and order matter every day. Eighth, broken stationery that no longer works is not usually kept mixed in with useful supplies. Pens, notebooks, lunch items, and uniforms are treated as things to maintain with care. Ninth, dirty clothes are not mixed carelessly with clean laundry, because sorting and order are taught as daily habits, not something saved only for rare big cleaning days. 10th, wet towels, gym clothes, or lunch items are not left to smell in shared spaces, because hygiene and social comfort are linked. One person's mess affects the whole home. 11th, random clutter on the floor is strongly discouraged, partly because homes can be small, but also because disorder creates inconvenience for other people moving through the space. 12th, loudly displayed luxury items or boast objects are often discouraged because many families prefer modesty over showiness and want children to fit in rather than show off. 13th, school materials scattered without a system are a problem because labeling, organizing, and preparing for the next day are seen as part of self-management and daily readiness. 14th, some parents discourage children from turning anger into household chaos. Upset feelings may be real, but children are often expected to restore order rather than stop all responsibilities. 15th, seasonal clutter or sentimental items nobody uses anymore may be removed because many homes teach children to let go of objects they have outgrown. Now, the deeper point is not the objects themselves. The real lesson is the values behind them, and those values shape how children learn to live with other people. One of the strongest values is shared responsibility. Children are not treated as people who simply exist in the home while adults do all the maintenance around them. Another major value is cleanliness, and this is reinforced not only at home, but also at school, where students often help clean classrooms and shared spaces themselves. That teaches a very different lesson from someone else will handle the mess. It teaches that daily life works better when everyone helps keep common areas usable and respectful. A third value is not inconveniencing others. In many Japanese settings, mess is not seen as purely personal once it starts making life harder for family members or classmates. That is why clutter, smell, unfinished tasks, and scattered items are often treated as social issues, not only private habits. Order is part of coexistence. A fourth value is modesty. Some families do not want children measuring their worth through flashy possessions because social harmony often matters more than strong personal display. There is also a parenting tension that outsiders sometimes miss. Early childhood can look emotionally close and gentle, but social expectations often become much stricter once school life begins. As children grow, routines, group responsibility, and self-control usually become more important, so the habits above are not only about neatness, they are training for life in a group. Of course, modern Japan also has serious issues, including work stress, unequal parenting roles, and growing concern about child abuse and discipline. So none of this should be romanticized. Still, the core logic is clear. Keep what is useful, clean, respectful, and manageable. Do not keep waste, unresolved duties, or mess that creates avoidable burden for other people. That way of teaching can shape children to be more organized, more aware of shared spaces, and more conscious that small actions affect everyone around them. If you want to understand Japanese parenting better, look beyond stereotypes and watch the daily habits, because culture often shows itself most clearly in ordinary objects and routines. And if you want another culture video about simple home rules that reveal much bigger social values, watch the next one, because family habits often tell the deepest story.